Well, 1 week ago, the regular season ended. Piqua had their hands full, trailing early in the fourth, but 3 Piqua TDs salted away a 35-15 win. The opponent, Stebbins. Tonight, the playoffs begin. For Piqua, it's a home game. The opponent, Stebbins. That's our matchup. Piqua, the number 6 seed in Division II, Region 8, 8-2, their overall record. They're going against the 11th seed, Stebbins, with a record of 4-5. The Battle of the Indians, Part 2, here on the Indian Nation Station. Hi again, everyone. Tom Michaels here, along with the coach Brian Gillespie. And after last week, Piqua knows they can win. That's kind of a double-edged sword. For Stebbins, they believe they can win after being that close that late in the ball game. Brian, I'd say that makes them dangerous.
I'll tell you what, it had to build a lot of confidence. They stuck in the game. In fact, they didn't just stick in the game, they dominated the game for a good portion of they had 30-some minutes compared to, 15 or so minutes on the clock. Possession-wise last week, they dominated the ball, they held on to the ball. That's something they're going to have to do tonight to maintain a close distance or even grab the lead against this Piqua team. But I will tell you, Stebbins is feeling a lot better about themselves, probably even before last week's game. This could be a pretty good first-round matchup.
Yeah, as we take a look at it here, the Indians, as mentioned, 8-2. They were second in the Miami division of the conference, the Miami Valley League, and led by Brady Uhl, the quarterback. Passed 85 for 131 for 1,281 yards. That yardage number, 5th best in the league this year. The guy is consistent. He is efficient. He gets things done, and he's been kind of nicked up there as he's been able to come through despite that.
I'll tell you what. One thing you know for sure is you're going to get Brady Uhl playing his toughest, hardest. No matter the injury or not, he gives you everything he has every week, and he has shown that as a leader of this team. He fought through what's a pretty serious injury, and he's just been gutting it out the whole second half of the season. And to be honest, he's better than most of the quarterbacks in the NBL on one leg.
Kai Warner, as far as the running back goes, they were looking at him as the quarterback of the future. Well, he may be the running back of the future because he's the running back of now. Rushed 128 times for 839 yards during the regular season, 13 touchdowns. He has come on strong.
I'll tell you what, he has. He's been a real eye opener. I mean, he was a little bit. He's that baby giraffe early in the season, was trying to get his feet under him. But once he hit the ground, man, he hit the ground running, and he's put up some pretty good numbers. Now, last week, Stebbins has he has one of the biggest defensive lines we faced, and really they just kind of shut him down. Early and often, they did not have a whole lot going on offense. They could not get the running game under control, going. And honestly, the offense didn't get going until the defense scored a touchdown. Credit to Mickey Anderson for a pick six, or that game might have ended up a different way.
Deshaun Roberts with 32 catches this year, 6'1", 181 pounds, senior wide receiver. He has done a dynamite job there. But let's talk a little bit about the defense. And last week, 16 tackles for Sam Smeezing in that game against Stebbins.
I mean, he's all over the place. He has been for the past 2 years. He just keeps getting better. There's a good chance he might be playing football down at UD next year. There's a possibility of that, and he would fit in very well with his brother down there. Now, his brother may not be there next year, but they have quite a pipeline going down from Piqua down to University of Dayton, and Smeezing will definitely fit the bill for that.
You've got a number of guys that had double figure or close to it in terms of tackles last week. Bryson Roberts, we mentioned Smeezing, Colton Booker, Mickey Anderson, Devin Finley. So that's what we have to look at for the Piqua Indians. For the Stebbins Indians, they have kind of a different look in that they use two different quarterbacks, neither of which throw particularly well. one of which is a terrific runner. He's a good pass catcher, so he goes out there to catch the passes. It's just a matter of, can the other guy get the passes to him?
Well, the other guy's a freshman. He's got Xavier Dozier's his name, number 8. He's thrown a lot of picks this year. Part of the problem is okay, who are they throwing it to? Number 1, Adrian Norton. Now, Piqua was able to sit on that route, and they didn't give him as much opportunities when it came to catching the ball. But, man, Adrian Norton was a force when it came to running the ball out of the quarterback position. I think you're going to see a heavy dose of that tonight. Dozier would come in on passing downs, which their offense was incredibly predictable. But it wasn't predictable enough where the Piqua defense could shut them down. They ran the ball, and 2 100-yard rushers. I mean, you had Adrian Norton, and you also had Lavelle Lyles, a junior running back. He's a beast. He's running back. He's their best linebacker. He's had double-digit tackles 2 weeks in a row. I mean, those number 44. You're going to have to handle those 2 guys and keep them contained. If you contain them, you contain the Stebbins Indians.
Right now, the Stebbins marching band, the Indians marching band from Piqua on the field. Let's go down and listen to them.
Right here, good? I get Well, we have to sing it in men's chorus. Oh, and son's chorus as well.
I almost took men's chorus this year. But, no, yeah, it was this year. I would have had a different class that was
Yeah, so you have to plan.
Is it the same strategy? Do they come out and they do?
I'm just gonna fall down as they run out.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the visiting Stebbins Indians.
Number 1, but then also all they need to do is stop running.
You want me to stay over here then, or do you want me? Alrighty.
Well, like, if there's a weakness on this team,
They were going probably 6 yards on average.
how long has it been? On a good
Become the vessel for the shame and feed you through suggestions. There's a rumor on the breeze.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and remove your hats for the playing of tonight's national anthem?
Our national anthem is played by the Piqua Marching Band. Tom Michaels along with Brian Gillespie here as we get ready for this one. A reminder, tonight's game brought to you by Kathy Henney, Little Caesars, Teach Tech Productions, Buffalo Wings and Rings, Dick Lumpkins, This and That's Candy on Main, Harmony Systems, Crayax Corporation, Edison States, Dr. Littlejohn, Morris Comfort System, Atlanta Sportswear, and 36 Skate Club. Our officials tonight, the referee, Robert Beasley, head linesman, Terrell Brown Scott, the line judge, Brian Water, the umpire, Anthony Wills, the back judge, Michael Yount. Now the coin toss, it was won by Piqua. They deferred to the second half. They'll be defending the north goal. That is the goal to our left. We get ready here, and we will see the kickoff coming from none other than the guy who has been so strong this year, Jackson Trombley. He is 56 of 58 on extra points, 2 of 4 on field goals, and on his kickoffs, well, he tends to send them spinning right on through the end zone. We'll see what happens here. The likely return people here for Stebbins, Rashawn Cunningham and Connor Weaver. Happy to have you along here live on the Indian Nation station. There's the boot. So it goes through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20, and that is where Stebbins is going to take over here. 1st and 10. Stebbins under Coach Greg Bonifay in his 6th year. Meanwhile, the Piqua Indians under the veteran coach, the dean of coaches, 31st year for Bill Neese with a record of 229 and 109.
Absolutely amazing. 15th trip to the playoffs for the Piqua Indians tonight. That is an amazing number. What a career Bill Neese has had so far, and I don't think he's done for years to come. I mean, geez, if you're winning like this, why go anywhere?
Of course, they won the state championship in Division II back in 2005 and were runner-up in 2000. And there's already a timeout called here by Stebbins.
I don't know that I've ever seen a timeout called on the first play before they ever even snapped the ball. That is unique. He must have wanted to make sure they get a good one on the first play of the game.
I misspoke. It's 2006 was that state championship here for the Piqua Indians. Well, we'll see who they bring out here at the quarterback position.
It's like they got the two big guns in the backfield. They got Norton and Lavelle Lyles back there. Those are the two guys you got to worry the most about on the running game, that's for sure.
Lyles didn't start the first and third periods last week, but he got most of the carries that did not go to Adrian Norton. So Norton back there. Lyles lines up off his left hip now. Too wide to the right. And we've got, that was
Flag on the play.
probably as big a schlemazel as you're going to see.
Left tackle was way early getting off the line there. Not the best start for Stebbins. They don't look too sharp here early.
Last week, Stebbins won the toss, and they deferred. Piqua was not able to do anything with it on their first go-round, though they did score first in the ball game. So on a 1st and 15 coming up here, they're going to give the ball. Lyles.
Handoff goes number 44, Lavelle.
Tell you what, tackling is going to be of the utmost importance. They need to wrap. They get their arms around these big guys. They have got to wrap because neither Norton or Lyles are easy tackles.
Yeah, there were some tackling problems last week, particularly early in the ball game. Both teams, the nickname, the Indians. Two wide right, two out to the left. So Norton going to keep it after that fumble. He throws it ahead.
What a play.
Oh,
How did he get that ball out? And he somehow flipped that to 13. They got 8 yards on that play, 9 yards.
got the ball out to Connor Weaver, who was 2 of 7 last week on receptions.
Norton, that's what Norton can do. He has some issues with his ball, security. He puts that ball on the ground quite a bit. But, man, he can pick that thing up after dropping it on the ground, pick it up and run with it. He is the ultimate at making something out of nothing.
And now the official's talking it over. I'm not sure exactly. It did look like he might have been past the line of scrimmage.
Somewhere in the vicinity, but unfortunately we do not have the replay as an option like the NFL and college do. So this one will probably stick. I know we're in for a long night if we have a lot of these conversations between the referees.
Yeah, we haven't played a minute. It seems like we've been here playing for about a half an hour.
It's hard to stay loose when you got to watch the referees have a combo.
And this is a long one.
And nothing changed.
Yep. So that brings up 3rd and short now.
I think Bill wanted that call. Bill Neese wanted that call over the line, but didn't get it.
So we'll see if Adrian Norton is going to keep the ball here. Excellent runner. 117 for 737 yards during the regular season. But they're going to give the ball to Lyles, who fumbles the ball, and it is going to be covered up there by Mickey Anderson. And the Indians get the ball here early on, and they'll have it in great field position right about the 40-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, that was the one thing that Stebbins avoided doing last week was turning the ball over via fumble, and that's what they've done a lot of this year, and that's really hurt them. Tonight, maybe not the same thing. They've already put it on the ground twice. Once they picked it back up that time, it's a bad fumble. That puts Piqua right where they want to be this early in the game.
At the 39-yard line of Stebbins, the back is going to be Kai Warner. Lines up to the right side of the quarterback. Grady Uhl, Deshaun Roberts in motion. They give it. Here goes Kai Warner. Down to the 25-yard line. Nice little run there. Good for a first down for the Indians.
That was probably better than any run he had last week. He did a nice little, that defender came hard at him, but he took a little stutter step and got past him. That was a nice run.
Wide to the near side of the field, Elijah Frazier, man in the slot right side, 2 wide left. Again, Kai Warner the back. Deshaun Roberts in motion. They go to Kai Warner. Warner gets it down inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line before he is dragged down. Getting him there was Connor Weaver, and another first down here for the Indians.
A lot more space in there this week. They didn't have a lot of that space last week. Those were two great runs to get them started here.
We played 2 minutes. Piqua threatening. Brady Ewell out of the gun. Again, Deshaun Roberts in motion. Here goes Kai Warner. He'll pick up a couple. Gets it down to the 3-yard line for being taken down with the tackle, Lavelle Lyles. So we're going to see him on both sides of the ball here, and he is their leading tackler, coming in with 74 tackles for the year.
Keep an eye on Drayshawn next time he goes in motion, getting a little pop pitch forward there from Brady for a big gainer, because they're kind of setting that one up by sending him in motion like that.
Well, they've got Deshaun now. He's going to go a little bit further out there to the right. Instead, here comes Ewell. He's looking, and it is complete. Colton Booker. Indians take a 6-0 lead on Stebbins.
Man, that was a little Patrick Mahomes there moved by Brady Ewell. He went sidearm with it there to get it across his body, across the field, but we have a flag.
Blue 51.
Well, that's what happens sometimes when you have the play strung out as much as that one was.
What a throw, though, across your body.
Yeah.
That's the one thing they tell you never to do as a quarterback. But, man, he managed to throw that one on the move to the right back across his body, right on the money.
Clock back running. They're going to give it to Kai Warner. Warner's going to be taken down for a loss. He's back there to the 12-yard line.
Number 5, Kai Warner.
That'll bring up a 3rd and goal.
Now they're putting themselves in a bit of a predicament here because they're in kind of in-between land. I know we have a kick, Trombley is an outstanding kicker, so they can afford to kick field goals, but you don't want to get field goals. You want to get touchdowns.
Rolling right. Looking down and gets it down there to the 1-yard line. Ewell on the carry.
Wow, it looked like I thought he might have reached it over the line there, but it looked like he maybe stepped out of bounds before he had an opportunity to get it. 4th and 1, here we go.
Roman Medley wide to the left, man in the slot left side.
It's not ideal for Stebbins, but it doesn't hurt him that bad. It's only half the distance. The question is, do you just go, well, you don't really want to go quarterback sneak.
We talked about the early part of the ball game last week. It was kind of weird. This one's kind of...
I think it's schmeezing time here.
Schmeezing, bounces to the outside. He's got the touchdown.
That's the guy you want to give in that tight, and you need a yard. That's where they're going with that ball, schmeezing every time. He's tough. He's tough to knock backwards. He's a big boy, strong.
So that's going to bring on Jackson Tremblay for the extra point. Brady Ewell to be the holder. Puts it up and through the uprights, 7-0. Piqua Indians take the lead with 7:58 to go in the first quarter. Now, sophomore cross-country runner Noah Bird qualified for the regional cross-country meet after a top 12 finish at last week's district meet at Cedarville University. Noah will race at the Troy Memorial Stadium tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m., so we wish Noah the best of luck there. Well, last week the Indians fell behind 15-14 early in that final period, but then Colton Booker, who took a pass, Sam Schmeezing on a run, Kai Warner on a run, put that one away with 21 points there in that final period. Indians on top here. It's going to be a short kick taken there at the 10.
Live score updates this week, actually. Xenia and Little Miami are tied at 7 in a 2:15 matchup.
So, yeah, we got a number of other games going on. And out of the MVL, Tip hosting Hillsborough, Troy hosting Anderson. There's Xenia hosting Little Miami. Sydney is at Kings. And also in the area, West Milton is hosting Greenon. So once again, at quarterback, Adrian Norton. Lavelle Lyles lines up to his left. Lavelle Lyles takes the ball, gets a little bit of running room, and is finally going to be dragged down there by Sam Schmeezing. Good yardage picked up that time by Lyles. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 4, 7.5 to go in the first quarter.
I tell you what, you don't get Lavelle Lyles down on the first hit very often. He just grinds those yards out. Him and Norton, to be honest.
They are a tough combination there. Get him it. Well, he's going to keep it this time and maybe pick up a yard. Now the winner of this game will go on to face the winner of number 3 Edgewood against the 14th seed, which is Lima Senior. Once again, Lyles. Lyles going to be close to it. Let's see.
They stood him up in the hole pretty good there, but they just couldn't quite knock him backwards. Lyles doesn't go backwards very often.
So they give him the first down.
Good enough for a Stebbins first down.
Working fairly quickly here, the Stebbins Indians. They do that line up. Then look over to the sidelines. We've got plays there on the wrist. Lyles lines up on the right side this time around. It's going to be Norton with the ball. He'll pick up maybe 2 yards on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 8.
Not sure Norton maybe just broke off that play because he thought they didn't have a great option on the outside, or that was design run. I'm thinking he just saw the end come up the line and decided to just dive left. It wasn't super effective though.
The biggest thing for Norton right now is just ball security. Don't put that ball on the turf. Well, that time he had to pick up a high snap, and he's going to be taken down by Mickey Anderson, but we got the laundry out there.
Holding 23 white.
It'll be a holding call here against Stebbins.
Tell you what, I thought they might have got him for a horse collar tackle on that, but apparently it was in between the tackles. They got a hold before that tackle. That was a nice tackle by Mickey if he avoided the horse tackle. Because he is not easy to get down in a one-on-one scenario there. He saved another fumble just by a one-handed catch right there. He snagged that thing right out of the air.
Takes it all the way back to the Stebbins 19. Clock rolling, 5:40 to go, first quarter. Here goes Adrian Norton. And he's not going to get much on this one.
Adrian Norton.
When they're behind the sticks like this is a really, really bad spot for Stebbins. As long as Piqua can avoid grabbing the face mask or doing something with a penalty, it's going to be hard for them to get a 3rd and 21. Most offenses is hard, but especially Stebbins, where they have very limited passing game, no matter who they use. It does not look like they're using the youngster at quarterback tonight. I think they're going full. It's going to be Norton all the way, at least so far.
No gain on that play. 3rd down and 21.
You think they try to throw here, partner?
Yeah. They're going to pitch it out. Lyle's going to be tripped up. He'll pick up 2 yards, but that'll leave him 19 short.
Lyle's your ball carrier.
The Indians do a good job on that one. That'll bring up a 4th down.
Do they realize it's 4th down? Because is he doing a punt? Is he punting out of this?
He is a punter.
Oh, that's better than their usual punt team, though.
Yep. Got it down to about the 48 of the Piqua Indians. 4:16 left to go here in the first quarter. 7-0. Piqua the lead on Stebbins.
I'll tell you what, that might be the best scenario for them to punt out of that formation, because every time they went punt last week, it was a near block. So they're probably trying to avoid that scenario and just get the thing out of there and kick it as far as you can without getting it blocked.
This Stebbins team has been very inconsistent throughout this year. Sometimes they've looked like gangbusters, and other times they have just struggled mightily. Brady Uhl on the pitch. Gets it, Kai Warner. Warner finds a hole. He's at the 40 and out of bounds around the 33, 34-yard line. Right there at the 33, they're going to say first down for Piqua.
You mentioned how they've looked like gangbusters versus what they look like tonight. Right now, they're really struggling defensively compared to last week when you couldn't get an inch from them.
Now it's going to be a false start here.
False start, offense, 51 blue.
That'll take it back 5. And it'll be a 1st and 15.
Mason, make sure you're getting the whole field.
Update, Anderson leads Troy 7-0.
Yeah, watch the video.
That Anderson team is always tough.
They score a lot of points. You got to keep up with them.
Kai Warner tries to juke his way ahead, but going to be brought down. Thomas Hart, the defensive lineman, one of those that got a hand on him. That'll bring up a 2nd down. All spotted at the 36-yard line of Stebbins. Back to pass. Uhl looking. Gets right there. Bingo! Colton Booker.
Had all night to throw it right there.
Oh, yeah.
And he found him, and he was also wide open. So that's not very good defense by Stebbins and great offense by the Indians. Great protection. When you give Brady Uhl that kind of time, he's going to pick you apart.
Indians on top now, 13-0 with the extra point try coming. The hole. It is up and through. Looked like that might not have been the best of snaps on that one, but they're able to convert on it, and it's 14-0. Piqua Lady Stebbins here on the Indian Nation station. Well, as we mentioned, next week the winner advances to play the winner of Edgewood and Lima Senior. Now, if Piqua wins this football game and Edgewood wins, the game would be played at Edgewood. However, if Piqua wins this game and the win would go to Lima Senior, then the game would be played right here at Alexander Stadium, Perk Field. Of course, we're looking forward to having it for you. There's a lot of time left in this ball game, and the Indians got a lot of work to do tonight. 3:36 to go here in the first.
And Adrian Norton deep for Stebbins.
This one going to be taken at the 4. Once again, Norton. Norton tries to bounce back. He is going to be taken down there. Coming through there with the tackle for the Indians. Peyton Offenbacher. Got to get him on our deep charts. Good job is deep in their own territory. Stebbins. They got one man wide to the right, one to the left. They work from the left hash mark. Norton continues at quarterback. Lyles, the running back. Lyles with the ball. Lyles gets very little, if anything.
You know, you put Stebbins in a spot here now. It's so much different than last week where they could take their time, they could run the ball, they could grind it out, they could, you know, keep Piqua off the field. Now they're going to start feeling some heat here. 14-0 down. We need to start throwing it a little bit. You know, you don't want to panic if you're Stebbins, but you also don't want to get this thing out of hand too soon. But if you try to throw it, you don't have a lot of success throwing the ball. So it is really a dilemma.
They'll go to Lyle. No, keeper this time for the quarterback. He tries to go around the right side. And he'll be taking down Mickey Anderson there. Sam Schmeezing as well.
Mickey was right on that one. He stayed in his area. He kept him hemmed in and took him down. Again, that's 2 one-on-one tackles with a big boy in Norton that Mickey Anderson's done a great job with tonight.
Now working for the right hash mark with 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right, on a 3rd and 8, deep in their own territory. Norton in the pistol. Now they're going to shift. Lyles to the right side. Looking, and tries to get away and won't. Coming through for the Piqua Indians that time was Brennan Johns. Johns able to take him down, and that brings up 4th down.
Here's the shotgun punt right here again.
That'll bring up 4th down.
Just an extra 1 or 2 yards behind the line.
Now, if they keep that up, that's going to get blocked before too late. Rayshawn Roberts gets by several guys. He's down to the 20. Inside the 5. Touchdown!
Rayshawn Roberts was shot out of an absolute cannon right there. And he just left those guys in the dust. What a weapon he is in special teams. He's been like that all year long. He's given them great field position time in, time out. He's just such a weapon on those kick returns.
I'm time down.
And now, my friend, it might be panic time for Stebbins. This has not gone their way. This has been about as bad as they could ever dream of for tonight's game to start.
Absolutely. The opposite of what we saw 1 week ago. Kick is good. And the Piqua Indians take now a 21-0 lead with just 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. Now the Piqua Indians Athletic Boosters will make someone $10,000 richer tomorrow night, giving away over $14,000 at the Booster Club's annual Indian 300 event. Now, the event is sold out. Big thank you to all those who supported the fundraiser and bought a ticket or even provided an auction item. All monies raised will go to help support all the athletic teams at Piqua High School.
Update, end of first quarter, Fairmont and Wayne, a huge Division I local game, 7-7. That's a heck of a first-round matchup right there.
Jackson Tremblay with yet another kickoff here. This one's just going to go into the end zone. Out to the 20-yard line it comes, and Stebbins will take over the ball.
Update from Region 8, the Piqua region game tonight. Ross at Northwest. Northwest beat them the first time they played by 2 points. Ross leads 14-0 in the first quarter.
I can't tell you what to do.
Tip is also ahead 14-0 on Hillsborough in their Division III tournament.
2 wide right, 2 to the left. Lyles continues as the back, and the quarterback, one Adrian Norton. Norton, a senior. They're going to pitch that ball out. They're able to gather it in as Lyles, but able to gather him in. Once again, that's Sam Smeezing. Mickey Anderson there as well.
It's a small miracle it's not 28-0 right now because Lyles made an amazing catch on that pitch, or Piqua runs up and runs that one in for another touchdown. He had to reach with one hand. Him and Norton have made one-handed catches that have saved fumbles tonight. It could have been worse right there.
Indians with 4 up front. Pass, near side incomplete. Targeting Connor Weaver for the second time in the game.
Those type of throws are difficult for really good passing quarterbacks. Those across the field type long, low throws you have to make. That's going to be a struggle for a Stebbins team that does not throw the ball well.
After they say go, they stand up.
That brings up a 3rd and 11. Norton running with it. He's up to the 30, up to the 35, so he gets first down.
Your ball carrier picking up first down yardage.
That's one of those things you think you have him, and then he just runs past you. I think we thought we had, I cut down, I have a good angle. Well, there's not a very good angle usually with Norton. He's normally a little quicker than you getting to that spot.
Clyde Mason is now in the slot left side. Slot right side to Sean Cunningham. It's going to be it, though, for the first quarter. We've played our first 12 minutes here at Alexander Stadium, Perk Field. And the Piqua Indians have a 21-0 lead on the Stebbins Indians on the Indian Nation Station.
Comfort Systems is a locally owned and operated company right here in Piqua. We have been in the HVAC business for over 29 years. We offer professional solutions to all of your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Horse Comfort Systems is a factory-authorized carrier dealer. We service the entire Miami County and surrounding areas. Our employees are experienced and trained to ensure you the best service and install. We offer annual service maintenance plans and complete system replacement options. Horse Comfort Systems is searching for experienced, hardworking individuals that are wanting the opportunity to elevate their career. If you are looking for a rewarding career more than just another job, we may be the right fit for you. Contact Horse Comfort Systems at 936.
Back to action as we begin the second quarter. Empty backfield. Quarterback gets away from a couple of different guys. And then they're finally taken down. Mickey Anderson there. Also, you've got Sam Smeezing.
We had 2 or 3 free runners back there, but it's never easy getting this guy down to the ground.
Picks up 4, 2nd and 6. Beautiful night for football considering it's the last weekend here in October. We've had pretty good weather throughout this 2022 campaign. Again with the empty backfield. Still trying to get away. Still looking under the pressure. Gets rid of the ball. And the ball is incomplete.
And it should have been caught. That was an amazing play by him to get that ball out. It hit 13 right in the hands.
Connor Weaver.
But he didn't catch it. But, man, Adrian Norton did everything he could on his end to keep that one alive.
That brings up 3rd and 6.
At their own 39-yard line.
This point last week, Piqua had a 7-0 lead. They're going to swing the pass out over there to Lyles. Lyles is going to be taken down. Devin Finley, one of those in on the stop.
This is no doubt for I think already. I think we're already in a scenario where you need to go for it on 4th down here. I don't think they're going to punt this one.
Nope, they're going to put Lyles back there. They'll line him up in a pistol to begin with. And likely scoot him over left or right side. Let's see. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Adrian Norton barely gets it.
That was
But that one, the line didn't move.
Nobody moved except for Piqua's defensive players. Norton somehow gets out there. The turf monster gets him just before he falls down, but he still managed to fall forward for the 1st down. I thought he was going to trip over the turf, and that's the only person who can tackle him out there, besides Mickey Anderson.
Lyles.
Lyles, your ball carrier.
Still trying. Mickey Anderson.
And on the stop for the Indians, number
As
11,
well, Elijah Frazier
This is
picks up
almost
3 yards.
This is almost a must-score situation here. I would feel like Stebbins has got to get on the board if they want to keep this game within striking distance. It's a must-touchdown situation on this drive. And they need to take some time off the clock as well. Keep that Piqua offense that's going right through them pretty easily. Keep them off the field.
We talked about inconsistency for Stebbins. Last week the defense was pretty stellar early. Tonight, no. There's Lyles. Taking the swing pass up, gets some good yardage after the catch, gets it down into Piqua territory. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 3.
Those swing passes feel like they're in the air for a half hour. It gets a little nerve-wracking. If they sit on one of these times, they can run through it.
Like that center just moved the ball and leaned over to see his coach.
You see if Stebbins can maintain ball security here.
And they're going to stop him.
Norton, your ball carrier.
So coming up once again is Sam Smeezing.
Not sure I love the boundary, pitch to the boundary. That they don't usually, I've watched about 3 Stebbins games, and I don't usually see them gain a lot on that play, pitch to the boundary. They don't seem to get a lot of yardage. I'm not sure why they run that so often, but that's one of their staple plays.
So on 4th down,
Flag on the play.
Encroachment, defense.
well, that's one of the few mistakes that Piqua's made tonight.
Might have some confusion here.
If they're saying it's on Anderson because of his helmet being over,
So it gives them the 1st down. 7:41 to go, 1st half.
It looks like the last 3 or 4 plays it's been. But it has to be the ref on his side.
That's a big penalty right there on 4th down. You just can't afford to have mental mistakes like that where you jump off sides on 4th and 2. Make them earn it.
Once again, Norton. Man, we're talking about Mickey Anderson an awful lot tonight. Also in on the stop Devin Finley
Mickey Anderson and Devin Finley with a stop for the Indians.
picks up good yardage, gets it down to the Piqua 35. 5 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Wide to the near side, Connor Weaver.
Might be a passing. It might be a potential passing down here. We'll see. It's second and short for them.
And he's not going to get any place because coming on through, rumbling big time, that's Sam Schmeezing. The linebacker at 6'2", 223. He's a senior. He's the leading tackler on this team with 113 tackles coming into this game. As I mentioned, he had 16 tackles last week.
Looks like he was handing it off to Schmeezing on that play. He was in there so early.
Pickup of 2, 3rd and 8. Coming out near side and well short. Just bounce that one off the turf as he looked for Connor Weaver.
In on the carry for the Indians. Number 2.
That'll bring up 4th down once again.
Looks like they might be bringing out the punting unit this time. So this should be interesting. Unless they, it looked like.
Adrian Norton
as well as number 3, Trayshawn Roberts.
is nominally a punter.
This is usually an adventure here, so.
Got a good one away. Let's see, that's, oh, they're going to down that one at the 1.
That was perfection right there.
Yeah.
That's about as good as it gets.
So with that, Piqua deep in their own territory, going to have to go 99 yards to put this one in the end zone. 5:56 left to go here in the first half, leading it 21-0.
Score update, Tip leads Hillsborough 21-0 now in a similar game to this. End of the first quarter, Xenia and Little Miami are tied at 7. So Little Miami really battling in that one.
Noah, make sure you get the whole field.
And Little Miami's at the Xenia 21 right now.
You're too far down. Go up a little bit. Do the wide shot.
The Indians had wanted the offsides there. Let's go ahead and take a break here. 21-0. Piqua leads Stebbins, 5:56 to go in the first half on the Indian Nation station.
Buffalo Wings and Rings in Piqua is located at 989 East Ash Street. They have 45 TVs to watch all the live sports that you could imagine and offer a wide variety of food options. From burgers to wings, nachos, and yes, the pretzel bites, there's something for everybody. Stop by the Piqua Wings and Rings location before the game to get fueled up for the competition and after for the celebration.
So after the Piqua Indians call the timeouts, we come back to the 1st and 10. They'll give the ball. Kai Warner, who comes around, is going to get himself nice little yardage there. Gets it out right there to the 15-yard line. That's a first down for the Indians. And it gives them some room to work now, which they absolutely didn't have before that.
Score update, Little Miami just scored to make it 14-7, Little Miami over Xenia. 9:05 left in the second quarter.
Ooh, looking. Downfield, incomplete. Trying to get the ball to Drayshawn Roberts. Actually had double coverage right there, and the third man not that far away.
Connor Weaver in on the coverage.
Also, Anderson is up 14-0 on Troy with 8:26 left in the second quarter. So the MVL is struggling a little bit tonight. Sydney's down 28-0 against Kings.
Skywater finds a hole, bounces around, gets a first down.
They're finding a lot more space to run this week. That line really, they probably got into them a little bit this week. Showed them on film, hey, well, there's all these opportunities. We got to block better, and they certainly are taking on the challenge in that realm.
Lavelle Lyles with the tackle. 5.5 to go, first half. Piqua leads at 21-0. Another first down and 10 here. Ty Warner gets a little bit of yardage there.
Warner with a handoff.
Brought to the turf. Joe Fiegel, the linebacker, 5'10", 205-pound junior.
Way too fragile.
Picks up 3, second and 7. We hit the 5-minute mark of the first half. This is the first round of the Division II Region 8 playoffs. Looking over on the right side, it is complete. Got the ball there, Elijah Frazier. Nice catch on that one, and another first down here for Piqua. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. Pass out near side. It is short of Mickey Anderson. Second down.
Update also, Edgewood leads Lima Senior 17-0.
Okay, so if Edgewood wins that game, they would be the host school next week to whichever team wins this one. Ty Warner picks up 2.
And Edgewood could be the hottest team in the region, to be honest. They've been playing lights out football, so that will be a difficult task for either one of these teams next week.
The Indians able to beat them last year in the tournament. They're the Wing T team. On a 3rd and 8 now. Rolling near side. That is incomplete. Mickey Anderson couldn't hold on to it. Ball thrown a little bit low.
Crowd number 5, Caden Keller with the coverage for Stebbins.
That brings a 4th down and 8, and that's going to bring on the punter, Jackson Tremblay. Right at 40-yard average, which is excellent in the high school ranks.
Adrian Norton deep for Stebbins.
His long is 53, and he's put 8 of them inside the 20.
We'll see if Stebbins can get the ball back and do anything with it before half. Because that's a quick drive for them, trying to turn it around in 4 minutes and get a touchdown. So, and we'll see if they stick with the, if they don't bring the passing quarterback in here, which there it is, just like I thought maybe happens. Here comes Xavier Dozier out to play a little quarterback. And they put our friend out on the edge to try to run, our friend Adrian Norton out there, try to run some passes, run some routes.
Xavier Dozier last week was 7 of 16 and threw 3 interceptions. They give the ball Caden Caudell. Now Caudell last week started the 1st and 3rd periods, but didn't play a whole lot in either one. And that was That was about it for him.
It's an interesting rotation they use here.
Once again, Caudell's going to get the
Connell with the handoff.
first down.
Devin
Finley on the stop.
First down, Stebbins.
Getting late here in the first half.
Dozier, I think he's going to look up top here one of these times and throw that pass up to Norton, up the left sideline. Oh, but he went opposite this time.
Comes over here on the near side, but the ball is caught and able to get that ball.
To number 12.
That is Navaria Faulkner,
Tackle made by number 2, Elijah Frazier.
who I don't believe had any balls thrown his way 1 week ago. Dozier gives the ball again.
Connell, your ball carrier.
Caden Caudell.
Spacing with the tackle.
Caudell with 92 rushes this year for 388 yards and 3 touchdowns.
They'll bring up third down and 6. Ball spotted.
They need to make a big play here, Stebbins, if they want to get some points before the half, but they don't seem to be in a whole lot of hurry. They seem to be a little confused. I'm not sure if they're trying to score or just keep the ball out of Piqua's hands before the half here.
Well, the quarterback is a freshman right now. He's going to throw long, and that ball is knocked down and might have been catchable by Elijah Frazier. He's tapping the helmet like he should have had that one. And that'll bring up fourth down. That is going to bring Adrian Norton back into punt position.
Now, the last punt worked out real well for them, so we'll see if they can keep that string rolling.
I just got a feeling one of these days he's going to take off. Pretty good rush on that time. Ball is taken by Elijah Frazier. Then he is immediately hit. Getting in there to stop him that time, both Deshaun Cunningham and Clyde Mason. So the Indians will have fair field position here. The ball at the 34-yard line, their own.
Still got 2 timeouts, and you got, a good passing offense. I think there's a good chance that you try to put some points on the board here.
Go over off the fingertips of Mickey Anderson. Don't see that a whole lot.
He was wide open too, maybe too open. Sometimes you feel like that ball's in the air forever when you're wide open. You start thinking about running with it before you ever catch it.
I think it's number 10.
3 wide right, 1 left. Again. Going back there to Mickey Anderson. He does not drop this one.
Well, there was a defender in the area, so he kicked in that focus there, and he was able to pull that one in.
Gets it down to the Stebbins 45-yard line. That was complete to Elijah Frazier.
Good job by Frazier to get out of bounds right there.
Working quickly here. They're not even letting them get the chains set up there. That'll bring up a 2nd and 2 off that pickup of 8. Pick would love to be able to get it in before halftime here. Out to Frazier, I should say, Deshaun Roberts. Roberts is going to be taken down again.
Roberts picking up first down and yardage for the Indians.
Connor Weaver is the man who puts them to the turf. Another first down here for Piqua. This time they'll run it. With the ball, Kai Warner.
Trey Sean just has that Josiah Medley like explosion when he runs, and that's That's what separates him from the rest.
Looking over, right flat. Deshaun Roberts, short of the first down. But a nice pickup.
Tackle made by number 14, Deshaun Cunningham.
That'll bring up third down now. Third down and 1. Timeout called, 1:03 to go. First half, 21-0 Piqua leading Stebbins here. Timeout on the Indian Nation station.
Craig strives to hire talented people, passionate to consider both professionally and personally.
When you walk in the building, you can sense family, teamwork, and fun.
Come join the team of dedicated workers and become a part of the Craig's family today.
Indians facing a 3rd and 1, leading at 21-0 late in the first half. Brady Uhl out of the gun. The back is Kai Warner, who takes the ball, brings it around the left side, gets the first down, and is finally dragged down.
Kai Warner, your ball carrier.
It looks like John McDonough.
Good luck to both the junior
Was able to get the tackle there. We do have an injured player.
Competition cheerleading championships.
57 seconds left to go here in the first half. Indians trying to dent the end zone one more time. Hey, good luck to both the junior high and high school cheerleaders tomorrow as they compete in the NVL competition cheerleading championships at Butler High School. The junior high will compete at 9:50 a.m. The varsity squad goes at 10:35. We wish them all the best as they have been working hard for many months. Prepared for this weekend. Good luck to all.
A couple updates. Anderson now leads Troy 21-0 with 4:30 left in the second quarter. Tip leads Hillsborough 28-0 with 2:25 left before the half. And then Little Miami just recovered a fumble by Xenia, and it's still Little Miami 14-7.
Ooh, looks. Kai Warner down to the 1. He's taken down by Lavelle Lyles.
Tackle be made by.
So it'll be a 1st and goal to go here for Piqua. Clock continues to roll.
Piqua still has one timeout if they need it.
Kai Warner.
Touchdown, Indians.
And it's a touchdown. Had to wait to see with the official coming in there from the left. But the 1-yard run.
Number 5, Kai Warner with the touchdown run.
Indians now lead 27-0.
Also, Edgewood is ahead 24-0 currently.
So it looks for all the world like Piqua is going to be playing at Edgewood coming up next week because Edgewood has a
Check that, 31-0 now, Edgewood.
31-0 lead on Lima Senior. Kick is good. And it is 28-0. Piqua Indians leading the Stebbins Indians here with just 31 seconds to go in the first half. Well, get to this point, you got to be thinking maybe we got a mercy rule game in the second half to get to 30 points.
It's looking a lot like that because, again, Stebbins is a running team. If you force them to throw it, and they're going to have to throw it down 28-0, it probably will get worse before it gets better.
So to do the kicking, one more time it's Jackson Trombley. He's been pretty daggone busy this evening, as you would expect. Tremblay, several seniors on the team who want to make this 2022 season last as long as possible.
Adrian Norton on the return.
Going to be taken by Norton. Norton finds a hole. Look at him go.
Touchdown.
Going to run it all the way back there. Took that inside the 5 and brought it on back.
What an athlete. Holy mackerel. Like, what doesn't he do for this team? Amazing. And he hit the gritty in the after the touchdown. The NFL is floating down to high school now. Probably should have been flagged. But he's down 28-7 or 6. We'll let him have a little bit of fun tonight.
Snap was high. And the kick is no good. So 28-6 with 17 seconds left here. Now that snap again was high. The kicker, Gilbert, not able to put it on through.
You hit the gritty.
So with just 17 seconds left, see about the Indians. Piqua getting the ball and just saying, well, that's it for this half.
I'd like to thank Wings and Rings for the great food and service they provided the press box throughout the year. Head to Wings and Rings for your after the game celebration.
It's going to be Gibson Kilbourne to kick it off.
College or NFL team. You'll be glad you did. Wings and Rings located by the mall on Ash Street.
Sorry, I had to readjust the headset a little bit. It was hurting my ears.
Also, another score update from the NBL. Kings leads Sydney 35-0.
It's going to be a low short kick. Picked up on the far side by Booker out to the 40.
Booker on the return.
A lot of stuff is happening in so little time. I got one.
Huh? Oh,
So we'll see if the Piqua Indians decide to go for the downs or whether they play it conservative here with a 28-6 lead. Wow, that run back by Adrian Norton.
You don't see those type of plays very often in high school football. That was he's an electric athlete.
Ooh, looking, gonna keep it. And he's gonna run out of bounds.
Brady Lowell with the keeper.
5 seconds to go.
That's one where maybe Brady just throws that away instead of running it out with his knee the way it is. And you get a holding penalty, so you wasted that effort putting your knee in a tough spot just for a holding penalty. But he's a tough kid. He wants to make plays. You can't fault him for that. Referee about to step off another 10 yards from the 10 yards that had already walked back on the hold. Man, that would have been a really rough holding penalty.
Well, they're chatting it up once again.
We had a penalty.
We got to talk it over. I mean, this is crucial with 5 seconds left. We got to get the exact spot right.
Well, the officials going over to talk to Greg Bonifay. Give Bonifay quite a bit of credit. He's gotten this team turned around. They're not where they want them to be, but they are certainly better than where they were not all that long ago.
Holding is not a spot foul in the backfield. They were thinking he was. What is going on?
What are we doing?
How did they call?
Hey, Jesus got the sleeve.
I don't even know what's happening here. I've never seen that before. How do you get a double holding call?
Take a knee.
So,
Wow.
Kai Water going to try and run the ball. Spins down, and that'll do it for the first half.
That's going to do it for the opening
Yeah.
half of play. Fans, as we head to the
Again,
locker room at halftime.
that half had its moments.
28, the Stebbins.
But enough moments that the Piqua Indians go to the halftime locker room, leading it 28-6 here in the OHSAA Division II Region 8 playoffs. We'll take a break. Be back with the halftime activities coming up here right after this here on the Indian Nation Station.
Got a bump? Call Lump. Dick Lumpkin's Auto Body.
For years, we've continued to lose our best and brightest students to other universities. They're going off to major in fields like business, education, nursing, and engineering, even taking classes online. And they couldn't be happier. We couldn't be happier either. After all, that's how we planned it. With Edison State's Bridge to Bachelor's degree program, you can get your 2-year degree and core classes at Edison State and then easily transfer to a state school. Save thousands of dollars and get the same great education with Edison State.
Dr. Littlejohn believes that clear vision begins with regular comprehensive eye exams. His friendly and professional staff will make you feel welcome in his office located at 8090 Looney Road. With our great selection of stylish eyewear, our licensed opticians will help you pick the perfect pair of glasses. Dr. Littlejohn participates in many vision plans. Call us at 937-606-2772 to schedule your next eye exam. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Go Piqua!
That way you can see what's going on down here, back there, and back there. You get the big picture. Problem is, this camera ain't dead center. This one is. This one will get better than that one. No, they're using that camera right now to broadcast. Oh shit, okay, can't do that. This is your code. It's in the.
Yeah, I forgot to take that.
Hey, but there's a tiny bit, so be careful putting it in there. Yeah, it's the 1960s, 70s.
a foul. Behind that first down. Back him up.
Someone's standing over there like, hey, I should go that
that way. Stebbins. Mr. Stebbins. Why did you remember Mr. Stebbins? No, not the pictures up there.
Stebbins is a manufacturing company that has been a staple in the Piqua community for nearly 30 years. The most recent milestone was the acquisition of a second facility that is roughly 100 yards away from the main plant. This location will allow for Harmony's continued growth and success. Harmony has over 60 molding machines and 225 employees, and we're still looking to expand. We offer competitive wages and a benefits package that includes access to a medical provider within walking distance at no cost to the employee. Come join our team and help make great plastic products.
I had a lot of struggle trying to find a proper real estate agent to help me with all of my house buying needs. And the last people I came to was Kathy and her team, and they're just amazing. I highly 10 out of 10 recommend.
Kathy just sold my house in record time, with record offers, record showings. If you need to sell a house, go with Kathy. She is the absolute best.
Kathy's team helped me out so much. It was a great process. The gifts.
Look forward to living here in Ohio and recommending many future home buyers to use Kathy and her team to find the perfect house for them.
We found that having Kathy Haney as our realtor, we were comforted and encouraged by her professional experience.
Definitely highly recommend. Definitely.
We just sold our house because of Kathy Haney's amazing skills. She is positive and thorough, and I can't say enough good things about Kathy. Thanks, Kathy. You're the best.
Thanks, Kathy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2022 Pride of Piqua Marching Band. Tonight, we will present the first and third movements of our 2022 competition show titled Heart of 10. Movement 1 features the songs of If You Only Had a Heart, Dead Elvis, and Scythian Sweet. And Movement 3 features Somewhere Over the Rainbow, If Only I Had a Heart, and Escape from the movie The Little Prince. Heart of 10 tells the story of the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz as he searches for a heart and its place in the world. We hope you enjoy.
Welcome to the world of the heartless, where hearts are once stolen and then never taken back.
I didn't eat yours. I ate the one that was in the spare box. The spare box on the bottom? No. Oh. Hey, by the way, your mic's
From the furnace, I am wrapped in foil, a machine of tin, fortified for a life that is
I don't take any right now, but yes, yeah, and I was gonna do stage 3 last year. I know, like Piqua will go try. I don't know. They get a good player out there. You're a senior. Last couple years. They get a good player out there. Yeah.
I have searched all across this land, yet this love I seek isn't love that can be gifted by another. It is from a heart that beats to its own drums, a heart full of love from within.
So funny. The other day, we had this sign where it's like throwing monsters or whatever. And everyone else was looking for like a 6
I am the Tin Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Pride of Piqua Marching Band. Solos for tonight were Trista Boki on clarinet, Phil Rossman on euphonium, Seth Staley on trumpet, and Kirsten Shadyfeld on trumpet. The Pride is under the field direction of drum majors Alex Preston, Trista Boki, and Brenna Thompson. The band program is under the direction of directors Mitch Mahaney and Wyatt Hines. The guard directors are Dylan Schultz and Jacob Knight. The percussion director is Grant Harder with assistance from Carly Riley. The Pride of Piqua has been a consistent OMEA State Marching Band finalist and a participant in Bands of America Grand National. The Pride of Piqua placed first in Class A and was second place overall at the Norwood Invitational, and was first place in Class A and Grand Champion at the Marion Local, and was first place in Class A at the Versailles Invitational. The Pride of Piqua performs at OMEA State Marching Band Finals on November 6th here at Alexander Stadium at 3:30. Good luck, Pride of Piqua.
Atlantis Sportswear Incorporated in Piqua, Ohio is a family-owned company that started in 1985. With over 30 years of screen printing excellence, Atlantis is dedicated to producing screen-printed apparel of the highest quality to their customers. Atlantis Sportswear is currently hiring new employees to join their team. If you are the employee who has drive and ambition that wants to succeed in your career field, Atlantis Sportswear wants to meet with you to talk about the career opportunities they have. Atlantis Sportswear offers full-time, part-time, and a flexible employee work shift, and full-time employees have a full benefit package including medical, vacation time, and a generous 401k program. Please feel free to contact Atlantis Sportswear Incorporated through their website if you are interested in joining Team Atlantis.
Back here getting ready for our third period of play. In this, the Division II Region 8 first round game between the Piqua Indians and the Stebbins Indians. Piqua leading at 28-6, and you've got some stats to give the folks here.
Tell you what, it's been a story of a much better running game for Piqua tonight. that's really been the story. They struggled running the ball last week, but Kai Warner really got on track tonight. He has carried the ball 14 times for 108 yards and a touchdown, and he's got 7.7 yards per carry. That to go with Brady Ewell's been very efficient as he usually is. 7-11 for 111 yards and a touchdown. And of course you have that Drayshawn Roberts excellent kick return for a touchdown that really, a 54-yard punt return for a touchdown that changed the game as well. So they've kind of had their way with them. Stebbins, Adrian Norton, who really chopped up the Indians or Piqua Indians last week, hasn't really got on track when it comes to rushing the ball. He's only 33 yards on 11 carries. Great job by the Indians of controlling that. Lavelle Lyles only has 22 yards on 8 carries. Neither one of them is averaging over 3 yards per carry. But Norton got that huge 99-yard kickoff return that really at least gave Stebbins an inkling of hope in this game just there before the half.
Yep, and then they missed the extra point to take us to 28-6. Well, our sponsors for this year, Kathy Henney, Little Caesars, Peach Tech Productions, Buffalo Wings and Rings, Dick Lumpkins, This and That's Candy on Main, Harmony Systems, Craig's Corporation, Edison State, Dr. Littlejohn, Morris Comfort System, Atlantis Sportswear, and 36 Skate Club. Now we're going to get ready as the Indians, the Piqua Indians, will get the ball to begin the second half here. They won the coin toss, deferred to the second half. Don't forget, you can catch the Bill Neese Coaches Show every week on Spectrum Channel 5, as well as the Indian Nation Station on YouTube. The show features highlights from tonight's game and a preview of next week's game with whoever that might be. In addition, Coach Neese featured the senior football players breaking down the Indian season. Now we get ready for the kickoff coming up here. The guy who does the kickoffs is Gibson Kilburn. And let's see. That didn't go the
down to number 5, Caden Keller.
prescribed amount of distance.
I'm not even. There wasn't really a. Oh, now we get a flag for illegal touching, probably within the 10-yard distance.
We got legal touching on the kicking team.
But the referee kind of just stood there, didn't really make any movement, and then at the last second dropped his flag. It's been a bit of a delayed evening for the referees at times.
Well, there's some things we haven't seen, and I think there's some things the officials maybe haven't seen.
Now hold on a second. They just threw a flag, but they set the ball down and they didn't move it anywhere. And I didn't see him wave the flag off either.
Well, Piqua's got the ball in good field position. They're going to toss the ball there. Drayshawn Roberts at the 40, down across the 35, out of bounds, right around that.
I'll tell you what, I didn't think there was anybody from Stebbins out there. You could have, filled that with 3 or 4 huge trucks, that space. Luckily, they had a safety there to track down Drayshawn, but that was a tricky little play. They were confused.
Got it down to the 30 for a 1st and 10. Ty Warner's going to carry the ball again.
Warner, your ball carrier.
So it's like you were saying, there's going to be decisions have to be made coming up 1 year hence. Ty Warner has certainly been the bulwark as far as the running back position. We've had others, as I've mentioned, Sam Schmeezing, who's done a good job there. We've seen Andrew Miller come in at one time or another and do good. But Ty Warner is the guy who has been the key to the running game. Once again, out of the shotgun, Brady Ewell gets the ball there.
Pitch goes
Bolton Booker. He could be just short of the first down.
Thomas Hart with the tackle.
Minute gone here in the second half.
You wonder if they don't go up top one of these times after they get a first down here, if they can get a first down, get that single coverage. It's 3rd and 1, so they have some freedom here.
Guy Warner, the first down to the 17-yard line before being put to the turf by Thomas Hart, the defensive lineman, a 6 foot, 205-pound junior. So with that, the chains move. And if not for that 99-yard kickoff return, there's Kai Warner again. We'd be staring at possible mercy rule right in the face, but right now, ways from that.
Speaking of mercy rules, Tip is ahead 42-0 on Hillsborough in the second half, with 10:40 left in the 3rd quarter.
This time rolling right. It is incomplete. Was looking for Mickey Anderson.
Mickey Anderson goes incomplete.
That'll bring up 3rd down. Just underway here in the second half. The Indians got off to a very quick start. Smeezy on a 1-yard run. Ulda Booker made it 14-0. Rashawn Roberts on that 54-yard punt return made it 21-0. Kai Warner finds a hole.
Kai Warner, your ball carrier.
Just keeps on going to get the first down, so it'll be 1st and goal to go.
Leading the charge for the Stebbins.
He just kept chugging those feet. He did not stop, and it never hurts when you get a little help from your friends there from behind. And that's legal these days to just shove a guy forward, so you might as well take advantage of the rules. And they did a little of that there.
And they're going to switch Mickey Anderson over their slot right side. Elijah Frazier is the wide man on that side. Roman Medley split off to the left. Warner's going to be Mets. And not going to get any place this time. The guy that brings him down, Thomas Hart.
Crowd number 53, Thomas Hart and company with the tackle.
Takes us to 2nd and goal.
Number 44, personal foul. Dead ball. Half the distance.
Oh, we got a personal foul call here. Looks like against number 44, who is Lavelle Lyles.
Dead ball.
Lyles is going out of the ball game.
Half the distance, first down.
Well, that puts Piqua in a real good spot here. I mean, Stebbins is going to have a real hard time coming back if they give up a touchdown here.
Now some officials should pick up his flag. On the pitch, Kai Warner, easy. Kai Warner on the 5-yard run. And the Piqua Indians lead it 34-6.
And Booker just blasted the guy on the edge on the block, and there was nobody left on the edge. And he could have walked in.
Tremblay. Bingo.
Johns with the snap. Ooh, with the hold, and Jackson.
So it's now 35-6. Piqua Indians taking the lead here with 8:59 left to go. The Indians score again without Stebbins scoring. And we'll go to a running clock situation right now.
Take a look at some of the playoff
Stands at 29 points the difference. You need 30 points for that.
Well, the Anderson-Troy game has officially hit the running clock. It's 31-0 Anderson.
We want to wish the Pride of Piqua good luck next weekend as they head to the state band competition. It's going to be right here at Alexander Stadium. Piqua, selected by the state to host this year's state competition, where over 50 bands from the state of Ohio will be convening this Sunday and the following Sunday at Alexander Stadium. So best of luck to the marching band.
Norton deep for Stebbins.
So it would appear at this point, as the ball goes through the end zone, that it'll be a road game next week for the Piqua Indians. They'll be taking on Edgewood, it would appear.
Fans will also want to wish the Pride of
Well, we still got some
next weekend as they
football to
head
be
the
played
state
here
competition
tonight
right here
on a
Alexander
beautiful
Stadium.
night for football.
Piqua was selected by the state to host this year's state competition.
You don't expect these kind of nights just before you get to November.
Be competing this Sunday, and they
He's going to be in the 70s this weekend.
Wow.
Which is hard to believe.
I'll be doing the PA for UD's game tomorrow, and that's always nice. So, the freshman with the ball.
Dozier, your ball carrier.
This being Xavier Dozier.
Near the line of scrimmage by number
Dozier,
11,
well,
Anderson.
he doesn't run the ball very much. Coming into this game, he'd rushed 6 times for a minus 17 yards.
Superior ratings have won a grand champion trophy.
Well, he got 3 there, 3 yards. That's probably that was one of his longest runs of the year, probably.
Dozier goes over on the far side, almost picked off. Now they're going to say it's going to be pass interference.
We have offensive pass interference. Number 1.
Is this going to be on the offense here?
Credit number 3, Sean Roberts with the coverage.
They did the old quick announcement right there. Didn't even give anybody a chance to catch up with the play. He did that before anybody was even paying attention to him. And they'll walk off about 30 yards here. Oh, excuse me. Half the distance.
Ed gets it back to the 10-yard line. So with 8:20 to go, it'll be a second down coming up. Second down and long for the Stebbins Indians. Coming into this game with a 4-5 record. They've been up, they've been down. In this game, it's been mostly down. They give the ball to Caden Caudell. Caudell getting a start here in the second half.
You got to hand it to him, sticking to the run on 2nd and 17. When you got at, 3rd and 16 is not where you want to be.
Adrian Norton is the wideout on that left side, and will continue to be. Quarterbacks are going to keep it. Dozier taking down Mickey Anderson. Right there, assisted by Sam Schmeezing.
I'm not sure what the call there was. Got a guy that doesn't run the ball very much. Keeping it. That was not pretty. And now that sets up a punt situation from your own end, almost your own end zone. That is not good for this Stebbins team. Even though they've been relatively clean tonight in the punt, Piqua's gotten close twice on blocking their punts.
Adrian Norton standing back at his own 5. That one is low. He's going to keep it.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, he kicked it.
He kicks it.
That's a miracle that he got that one off.
Yeah.
Adrian Norton's punt will be down near the
Build that guy a statue for getting that punt off.
Yeah, give him credit for that one.
He was at his own one right on the sideline, and somehow he just whipped that leg around and got that ball off. And honestly, it's, it could have been a lot worse than the ball at the 25, 27-yard line.
It was a bad snap. It wasn't.
So 1st and 10, Piqua Indians here with 6:49 to go in the third period. Unlike last week, this has been Piqua's game all the way. Ooh. Over the middle. Bingo. Colton Booker. Colton Booker takes that one in on the pass. And it is now 41-6.
There's your running clock, my friend. If my math from an English teacher serves me correct.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're in the running clock range.
Your math has gotten better as the season's going on. And there's Trombley. So now with 6:47 left to go here in period number 3, our running clock is just ahead. 6:47 left to go in the period. And it is 42-6.
Score update. Anderson now leads Troy 38-0. Xenia is currently still trailing 14-7, but they have the ball at the Little Miami 11-yard line in the third quarter.
Well, Indian fans, you can watch the pregame playoff show hosted by AJ Ganger and Brian Gillespie on the Indian Nation Station YouTube channel and Pregame Channel 5. Show features a look back into this round 1 of the playoffs across the region, the state, highlights of upcoming games. And we'll tell you a little bit more about what we're looking for that one. This is going to be a line drive kick. It's still going to go through the end zone.
For a touchback.
So the plan is, with the Piqua Indians leading 42-6.
There's a lot of countless hours that goes on behind the scenes to make this happen on Friday nights. We'd like to recognize and acknowledge and thank AJ Ganger
Looking to
and Tom Beck
tape the show
Nation
next week.
And Damian Skeens, along with the students from the Piqua Media Department. Their time and effort has made the experience for our fans extra special here at Alexander Stadium.
And hopefully we'll be able to get our broadcast and take it on the road next week, but I guess we'll have to wait and see on that.
I'm so offended, man.
But the pregame show might be going on the road next week. We'll have more details for that once this one comes to a conclusion.
Well, this looks... I'm trying to make sure that AJ's letting us say this. But it looks like this game is fairly well in hand for the Piqua Indians. The show would be taped next Wednesday at 7:30 at Buffalo Wings and Rings. And we'd like you to be there too.
Come on out. Come see us with the bald and beautiful AJ Ganger live and in person. How could you miss that? Great wings, great food.
Bryson Roberts with the stop there.
You really can't beat that experience.
I'll tell you what, they got a burger. I mean, you talk about the wings, yes, they're great. But this burger,
Yeah, they've got a wide, they are called what they are called, but they definitely have a wide-ranging food that can be enjoyed at Buffalo Wings Rings for sure.
Mason's going to be home.
And I'll definitely stop by if AJ buys my dinner.
I'm sure AJ would be glad to purchase your dinner. He's making the big bucks. They don't.
See, now that's. No, see what that is. It's my own personal NIL.
Yes.
Yeah. See.
There's no age limit on NIL, my friend.
And this is not going to be a real long kick, but it's going to get a pretty good. The roll's going to die pretty quick. It's going to die down there at the 36-yard line. That's where the Piqua Indians will take over once again, leading it 42-6. Again, we're into the running clock here.
Xenia has tied it up. It's 14 all. Xenia, Little Miami with 9:38 left in the third quarter.
Now Xenia is trying to avoid the huge upset there.
You do not want to lose to the 15 seed. That would be a devastating loss after a great regular season.
So here the pitch goes. New runner in here, and that is Offenbacher, Peyton Offenbacher.
It's a fresh leg, man. He burst through there quickly.
Offenbacher with the reception.
He got some speed on him right there.
So good pickup there. 2nd and 1.
Oh, what was that little? That looked like I can't even know. I don't even know what happened there. If we had a replay, but it looked like it bounced off of the center, then hit the receiver in motion, bounced right to the quarterback, and they ran with it to the running back. And it was all for naught because we get a penalty anyway.
So with that, goes back 5 yards. 2nd and 6. Ty Warner gets it back up there, right close to the, I don't know, they're going to say 44-yard line. Not a good spot.
Credit number 55, Joe Fiegel.
So got about 3 more to go here to get a first down, stay on the field. Stebbins is, you can their hands on their hips. They're just kind of playing out the string at this point.
Warner's going to get the first down. Well, you come into this game if you're Stebbins after last week's game in which they were leading early in the 4th period, and you sit there and go, we can win this game. Well, then when things go the opposite way and you finally figure out, no, we can't.
Well, sometimes reality slaps you in the face.
Yes.
And you're just, there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
We're taking time off the clock here. We got a number of different players in there now. Here it goes. Sam Smeezing. Got it right up there. 2, and should be across that first down marker. Indeed it is. And the clock continues to roll here. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Piqua Indians.
83, Andrew Berry. First down, Indians.
Brady Ewell swings a pass out over here on the near side. Got that ball out to, that's Offenbacher.
He's getting a lot of touches. He's a pretty impressive runner.
Tackle made by number 36, Isaac Delaria.
Peyton Offenbacher, 5'8", 161-pound senior. Comes in at a wide receiver. Well, that's going to do it for our third period. So the running clock really moves things along.
So that's going to do it for 3 quarters of play as we head to the fourth and final quarter.
So we'll take a break here, go to the fourth period, 42-6. Piqua leads Stebbins here on the Indian Nation Station.
No matter if it was a long day at work, home, the practice field, or you're just celebrating a big win with your teammates, the Piqua Little Caesars has you covered. Pick up a hot and ready $5.99 pizza anytime. Your Piqua Little Caesars are proud sponsors of the Indian Nation Station and Piqua Athletics.
Pizza, pizza.
Well, a quick 12 minutes coming up here as long as the Piqua Indians maintain that 30-point plus advantage. Right now they have the ball. It's at the Stebbins 37-yard line. Tom Michaels, Brian Gillespie here at Alexander Stadium, Perk Field, on a beautiful night for football. Out of the gun, the give, goes to Sam Smeezing. Smeezing bursts his way down for the first down.
I mean, he broke 4 or 5 tackles.
Oh, yeah.
He just looks like a different, you know, he's just so much bigger and stronger than a lot of those guys on the other side of the ball. He's another guy that's tough to handle. You know, if he wasn't a linebacker or such a key defensive player, he'd probably had a huge year at the running back position, but can't afford to run him too much from that running back spot.
Yeah, he did.
He still had a pretty good year, though. He's put up good numbers.
6'2", 223, the senior. Once again, it goes to Smeezing.
Handoff goes number 8, Sam
He'll be
Smeezing.
stopped. In on that, Thomas Hart, defensive lineman. So right now,
Taking charge for the Stebbins defense, number 72, Josh Thaxton.
Piqua is content to just keep that ball on the ground, take as much time off the clock as they can. Already a minute and a half gone here in the final period. Pickup of 3, 2nd and 7.
Elena Hubley, Kaylee Tillman, Piper Croft.
Here goes Sam Smeezing once again. Oh, tried to tiptoe it down, but out of bounds.
Just barely. I thought he might get around that corner, but it shoved him out. Just at the last second.
So it'll be a 1st and goal to go here. They spot the ball. Looks like they're going to spot it there at the 5-yard line.
Well, you see what happened we played football.
Stay with the Indian Nation Station. On YouTube, there's a timeout for Stebbins because they had trouble with getting the required people out there on the field. So stay with the Indian Nation Station on Facebook, on Channel 5 to find out exactly what's going to happen as far as next week. Our
of the pregame
telecast plans might be.
Tell you what, it's hard to believe we're already through the whole home schedule and a playoff game. This will be the last time we play here at Perk Field for the rest of the year. This is it. They don't get another home game because Edgewood is blowing the doors off of their opponent, Lima Senior. So it's going to have to be on the road where they get the job done next week.
I saw them do it some on neutral sites last year. Last year they got 2 home games. Schmeezing easily finds it down through that right side, and Sam Schmeezing.
That was way too easy right there. That drive, just nothing too complicated. They just ran the ball with Schmeezing, and Stebbins had nothing left. Has nothing left in the tank, I don't think, at this point.
Sam Schmeezing with 9:14 left to go on the 5-yard run. He scored the first touchdown for the Piqua Indians. He scores his latest. And the extra point is good by Jackson Tremblay. 9:14 to go here in the ball game. And it is now 49-6.
2:11 left in the third quarter. Little Miami just scored to go ahead 21-14 on Xenia after Xenia fumbled at their own 30. Little Miami took it to 30 yards and got in the end zone. They trail 21-14.
That's the second big fumble by Xenia, isn't it?
Yeah, they got to be a little rattled at this point. That gets nerve-wracking when you're the 2 seed. You're playing a 15, and 15's playing with all that kind of confidence. Xenia, you could say, was a bit of an upstart team this year. Huge turnaround. What a season. But man, that would take the wind out of your sails if you lost that one after having an undefeated regular season. Feeling great about your chances to go deep into the playoffs. Still plenty of time to go, though, a whole quarter plus, so we'll see where that one goes.
Norton.
Adrian Norton on the return.
Norton did nothing but lose ground after the first move forward.
He couldn't pull off another miracle. He was trying to, but the blue jersey just kept multiplying, and he's like, I got nothing left here. I'm just going to go down. And not in an ideal spot, being at this 2-yard line or 3-yard line.
So we'll take a look and see exactly what this Stebbins team has in mind now. They're gonna put Norton out there on the right side this time. Now I'm not sure. I'll complete that thought. Caden Caudell.
Ball carrier.
We have not seen Lavelle Lyles since he got that. There was a
bit of a
sportsmanlike
skirmish,
conduct, I think it was. And I don't know whether he was thrown out of the game or whether the coaches decided to pull him out of the game, but it has been Caudell since then.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He has kind of disappeared. I don't think he was in on defense either. So maybe he was removed from the game due to something he said or did. But that is just me guessing. We haven't had a close shot over there on the sideline. Not sure if he's there or not. Oh, no.
There's a fumble. So with the safety, score now goes to 51-6.
Let's see if Piqua goes mass substitutions on offense now. when this one's getting out of hand, I'm not sure you even need to put back the starters in anymore.
Yeah, I think my 2 deeps probably don't going to be any good anymore.
Hey, Little Miami is 15. Is beating Zen.
51-6. Well, at the very least, this might give the Edgewood something to think about next week.
Yeah. The defense is just going to have to play the game of their life next week to keep the team in the game against Edgewood. They just run the ball so well. They have one of the best running backs in the area.
Free kick coming up here. I'm just going to see the punt coming up here. Piqua's going to call timeout. I tell you what, Adrian Norton has just decided to kind of be a clown show right now, bouncing the ball off his head, dropping it over there. I mean, Norton is normally just a wonderful player, but right there, I think he's letting the reality of the situation get to him.
It's been a frustrating night, that's for sure, for this team. I mean, he just was removed from the game, I think, too. I think he's done. I think they're all just at wit's end. It's been one of those nights where not a single thing's going right outside of that 99-yard kick return. But that's it. The rest of the night has been an abject disaster for Stebbins from the opening play where they called timeout before they'd ever run a play. And then they had a penalty right after the timeout.
Yep.
That was kind of a foreshadowing of the night to come.
So Gibson Kilburn is going to kick with the short punt. It's going to be out of bounds. That was Kai Warner trying to corral that one.
Stebbins 49.
So 6:58 left to go here. The Piquanians get the ball back. I'm just hoping, what's Edgewood's mascot?
The Cougars, I believe.
Okay. I'm just glad we don't have 2 Indians next week. We've done that 2 weeks in a row here.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to have any more Indians versus Indians.
I mean, I find myself start to say Indians, and then I pull back and go either Stebbins or Piqua, whatever the case might be. Oh, the clock has started. It's that rolling clock. Rule is still in there. New running back there. That's Andrew Miller. Miller, we saw somewhat earlier in the year. Haven't seen him much lately. Rushing 28 times for 175 yards. Good 6.3 yard average per carry, and he's got 3 touchdowns for the season. Picks up 6 yards on that one. Inside 6 minutes to go. That's Miller on the left side. Going to get good yardage this time before he is brought down. Coming there to stop him was James Bennett. Bennett, 5'8", 850-pound sophomore running back.
It's just been real easy here in the second half on running the ball. Stebbins really hasn't put up much fight at all on that side of the ball.
Under 5 minutes to go. Offenbacher turns the corner, finds a hole, gets further down to the 11-yard line before he is taken down by Gibson Kilburn, a linebacker, 6 foot, 165-pound senior.
But not before another Indian.
One game of note, Winton Woods leads 35-6 on the LaSalle Lancers, the 1-16 matchup. Doesn't sound like a 1-16 matchup. It's a very unique year where LaSalle would be the 16 seed and barely get in. Belmont was 2 points short of knocking LaSalle out of the playoffs, shockingly. But it wasn't their year. They really struggled. 35-6 Winton Woods.
Miller again.
Miller, your ball carrier.
And he finds a wall of white shirts there. Yeah, LaSalle, I think, had just the one win this year.
And keep in mind, looking forward, in case Piqua were to somehow get past Edgewood next week, Xenia is the top seed in this side of the bracket. So that might open the door for Piqua there in the regional semifinals. But that's looking way ahead. I'm not counting any chickens before they're hatched, that's for sure.
Ethan Wright now into the ball game at a wide receiver. Miller again.
Handoff goes to
Miller stopped there by Thomas Hart. Hart has been playing hard all evening long, and we've mentioned his name several times.
And the 7-10 matchup on our side of the bracket is that Troy game. So both potential upsets, the 10 seed is Anderson is absolutely putting it on Troy, and Xenia is losing to Little Miami. It could be Anderson versus Little Miami. The winner plays Piqua or Edgewood. Can you imagine that? Too bad they don't reseed after the first round, right?
And the penalty here against Piqua. Down less than 2.5 minutes to go. And they've pretty much gotten new players in there except for the quarterback. Miller again. And once again, flag, maybe a face mask here.
Another flag on the play. Tackles made by number 53, Thomas Hart.
Yes, indeed, they're giving the signal of face mask.
We got personal foul. 53 White. 15 yards.
So that's going to move the ball back ahead.
Come on. Get Peyton on blocker, Cody. Up, taking a knee.
Huh?
Little Miami just got the ball back with 9:21 left at midfield after they held Xenia, and it's 21-14 still Little Miami.
I'm not going to jail for this, though. They didn't give me
What was that signal? Okay, talking play clock there.
So we got
So all it'll take is one knee coming up here for Brady Ewell, and the Piqua Indians are going to move on to round 2. Last year, they made it 4 rounds. And once again, that's going to do it. The final score, Piqua 51, Stebbins 6. And I'll tell you what, for the Indians of Piqua, They started early. They got the first 3 touchdowns here of the game. As a matter of fact, they got the first 4 touchdowns of the game. First Schmeezing on a 1-yard run early in the first quarter. Then Uhl on a pass to Booker at 1:20 left in the first period. Rashawn Roberts brought the 54-yard punt return back after the kick, 21-0. In the second period, Kai Warner, a 1-yard run, made it 28-0. And then a 99-yard kickoff return by Adrian Norton after the kick was missed, 28-6. That was all the scoring then for Stebbins. And then here in the second half, 8:59 of the third, Warner on a 5-yard run, 35-6. Uhl to Booker with 6:47 left to go in the period, 42-6. Sam Schmeezing at the 9:14 mark of the fourth period. He took it in on a 5-yard run, 49-6. And at the 7:47 mark, there was a safety, which brings us to 51-6, our final score. Partner, you're not going to be able to be with me next week as we look to do the game down at Edgewood, but I look forward to the fact that we're going to get to do some basketball together coming up this year. But your thoughts on this game?
Tell you what, it was the key was to get up early, and that's exactly what Piqua did. They jumped on them early. Stebbins had no answer, and the second half was, it was just one of those running clock. There wasn't very competitive, but it was an impressive effort by Piqua to put that, not the greatest of efforts last week behind them, and really put in a playoff-like effort. It's going to take even a better effort next week against Edgewood to get the job done. But they're certainly capable of putting that type of effort together. They'll have to go to the drawing board this week, talk about that wing tee all over again.
Mm-hmm.
But a wing tee way better than they faced in the Troy game. This wing tee is a different animal, and we saw that last year against Edgewood. And we're going to see it yet again next week.
And as far as next week goes, again, stay with the YouTube channel as well as Channel 5, and you'll be able to find out, Facebook as well, to find out exactly what the broadcast plans are here for the Piqua Indians coming up next week against Edgewood. That game will be played at Edgewood. So the Piqua Indians figure to be on the road the rest of the way.
We'd love to see all you people out Wednesday night, 7:30 pregame show taping. We're going to be at Buffalo Wings and Rings and Piqua, and we are excited to have they're hosting us. It's very generous of them to have our show out there, and it's going to be a good time. Come on out. We'll probably have a couple players on the show this week, a little bit different than our normal format, but it should be a blast. So we look forward to seeing you.
All right, once again, final score, Piqua advances to round 2 against Edgewood at Edgewood coming up next Friday night with a 51-6 win over the Stebbins Indians. For everybody involved here, our producer director, AJ Ganger, for my broadcast partner, Ryan Gillespie. My name is Tom Michaels. You've been watching Piqua Indians football, playoff style, here on the Indian Nation Station.